Hey, what's going on there, Proton Gamers? This is Alex Proton of the Proton community, and I am here bringing you, as you can tell, we're not in the same setting. We are not in the same setting at all. Not doing any video game related stuff today. Like I said, if you look in my channel, this is deck profiles and the video game stuff. So today, I'm bringing you a deck profile. This is one of my oldest and favorite decks. It always serves me well when I want to play a prank on someone just by dueling them with it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And like, comment, subscribe, the usual deal. And without that, let's begin. So today's going to be a profile on a deck that I've run for a very long time called Frog Monarch, codename Frognarch, but whatever. Now, I'm going to give you a construct of the deck, showing you the monsters and spells builds. Notice I didn't say trap cards, because the simple fact this deck does not run traps at all. So yeah, let's get started. So, the first core build to this is triple Caius the Shadow Monarch. Caius the Shadow Monarch is beautiful in this deck. I mean, he works so fast once you get him out. He's just banishing, ramming for a 24. He's a Jinzo attack, and if you never played the game, look up Jinzo. He's good. This guy is one of the core cards to the deck, and he's beautiful in it. Now, the next card that is the triple run Monarch is Ryza, the Storm Monarch. Beautiful card. Works great, fast, and easy to go into XYZs if you can get two of this, two of that, or one of the each on the field. You always want to get your Caius in the graveyard after a while, though, and I'll explain the whole strategy to that later on. For now, that's the 6 that you always go for. Next, 2 Fader. Battle Fader is beautiful in this deck. I'm never going to call it a dead draw, but 2 just seems more concise for me. I don't know how you'd run it, but 2 is the 2 for me. Next, double Kaiser Glider. This is almost a chaos build, so it runs a lot of light, mix, and dark. Light and dark mix works very well with this deck. I feel that these guys are the main card to hit the graveyard when it comes to light. You want this guy in the graveyard. You don't want him staying on the field, but if he's going to stay on the field, he might as well do damage. So yeah, 2 Kaiser Glider. He's really good against other 2400s. Next, a new add-on to the deck since the new packs started coming out, 2 Illusory Snatchers. Illusory Snatcher is a beautiful card. Basically, whenever you tribute summon a monster, you can special summon him from your hand, and he becomes that monster's level. And if you don't know what level is, it's stars, basically. So, yeah. He becomes their level. It's really effective when you start needing an XYZ on the field. When you need an XYZ on the field, like, I need a Photon Strike Bouncer on the field, my opponent's got effects, this guy saves you. He's a safety. Next up, we're going to start jumping into the frogs. Now, the frogs are the frog cards that you run for this build. Here we go. 2 Dupe Frog. Dupe Frog's great when he hits the graveyard. He's great for a set because he's a 2000 defense. He's overall a good card. He searches out stuff. I think his effect is when he hits the graveyard, add a frog to your hand, which is good if you don't have a Treeborn in the graveyard yet. Now, because I said that, I might as well show it. 2 Treeborn Frog. Never 3. Never 3 of this guy. This guy is too cloggy at 3. 2 is just the right. Because then you'll hit the graveyard, and even if you draw into him, he can still be a defense. So if that one gets banished and this one comes out, you still have one more turn to run into that MST. So, those are some of the core frogs. I forgot the last guy. Swap Frog. 2. He's beautiful, but 2. I never run 3 of cards that I don't feel need the strategy that much, and he's not needed that much. It's a good card, it's a great card, but after you get a lot of Monarchs on the field and you just need to keep the Treeborn combo going, him in your hand is nothing good. So 2. Again, cloggy if you don't have it that way. A Dark Dust Spirit. This card punishes fields. It punishes them so badly. It's a 2200 beater. Its attack's not the main part. It's a dark hole. It's a lightning vortex. It hits the field, you destroy all other monsters except this card, hit, and then it comes back to your hand. It's like, I'm going to clean your field, come back, Treeborn hits the field, tribute Treeborn, let's do this again. It's a repeat offender, I call it. Beautiful. Next is a card that if you don't have the time or money to hunt, you might as well forget it and throw in a Chaos Sorcerer. BLS. Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning, beautiful card, runs amazing. Just its speed, its power, it's beautiful. Especially with the lights in this deck. Next up, Jinzo. Only run one Jinzo. If you didn't know that already. Only run one Jinzo. If the ban list wasn't clear enough. Even if it's at 3, even if it's at 2, I can't really remember, but Jinzo's always a one-hit guy, and he's the type of guy I like to have one of. He works great. He's there. Yeah, use him. Next up, I'm going to show off the last 3, really. 1 Trag. I never run 3. I'm sorry, people that say run 3. It doesn't work. Tragodia. One copy. Ronin Totem. The last frog. Forgot I'm over there in the other frogs, but whatever. He's a beautiful card when you need to overlay into a rank 2 XYZ. Extra deck will be in another video when I start talking about extra decks, but yeah. Rank 2. And the last monster, Flame Valguard. When you need to start sinking in this deck, and you think that the priority of this deck is nothing but tributes, the priority is huge tributes. I'm not lying, that is. But sometimes you need to hit the Catastrophe, you need to hit the Stardust, something that's going to wreck face. This card gets it. Now we're going to go into the spell cards, and then that's actually, the spells are the entirety rest of the deck. So, let's start off with the core. Triple Soul Exchange. Broken in any format. Even if your monster's getting banished. Broken in any format. Because if your opponent's like, if he runs one of those decks where, okay, everything starts getting banished and he's got a monster on the field that he doesn't want banished, tribute it. Even if your monster gets banished, tribute it. Make him pay for his own trap card or spell card. He's gonna hate you, but it'll work. Set those right over there. Next up is the other 3 takeover tributes for monarchs, and that is Econ, enemy controller. Beautiful card. It's good to stop an opponent's attack if you really have no other options. It's good to take control of a monster, tribute it, and be like, hey, you don't get that anymore. And banish them if it really feels that good, but, you know, yeah. Next up, we are running 2 MST. Mystical Space Typhoon. 2 MST. Not 3, just 2. Yeah, 2. Hands, activate, whatever. 2 MST I feel is good. I don't like 3. Once again, I'll find drawing into it right when my opponent doesn't have back row. And I know people say, oh, it's helpful, set it. You can use it later on. Not my thing. I like to have what I need when I need it, and I don't always need MST nowadays because people are starting to run things that don't depend on back row. Foolish Burial. If you have a monarch in your hand, and you know you're not going to be able to get him out till next turn, and you need something in the graveyard that'll come back, like Treeborn Frog, for instance. Oh, Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial. Monster Reborn. Should be stapled basic. Heavy Storm. Basic. One anti-meta card I love running in this deck. Nobleman of Crossout. Nobleman of Crossout is amazing against Draco. Amazing against Snowman Eater. Amazing against pretty much any card that is a flip effect monster. Especially in a Lightsworn deck. Lightsworn decks hate him. Hate him, hate him, hate him, hate him. And I love it for that. Man, we're 8 minutes just describing these. I'll get the last 3 out in all one go. Gold Sarcophagus, because it hunts for a monarch if you really need it. Trial and Tribulation, I'm testing right now. Don't quote me on it if it doesn't work. I'm testing it myself. Trial and Tribulation, look it up if you don't know what it does. It's great for this deck, because this deck tributes a lot. Only use it when you know you need it, though. It's like one of those cards where it's like, I got it, it's in my hands, but I only want to use it when I really think I need it. 1 for 1. If you don't run that 1 for 1 in this deck, then you're probably not, you're probably a noob. So, sorry, but 1 for 1, man. 1 for 1. And that is the build, guys. I'm going to describe the extra deck later because I'm going to start going into extra deck analysis in another video. Thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, the usual. I hope to see you guys to get some more subscribers. Spread the word. We know the Proton community is rising. We're getting better and better every day. Have a good time. Enjoy your day, and see you later.